Hi guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. This is your guys' daily reading from April 8th through April 9th, so April 8th and April 9th. This can be for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pretty much I just ask what the energy is and what falls out, and then we kind of go into depth. You can relate this to your love life or your personal life or your work life, whatever works best. And with that being said, if you'd like a little bit more clarity, please feel free to book a personal reading. The link will be in the description below. Also, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive alerts for when I post. All right, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your daily reading. All right, so let's go ahead and start with fire. It's overall energy. What message do you have for Aries? Okay, you guys have the moon soul. All right. What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? Okay, ooh. All right, so you guys have the King of Cups with the Knight of Swords. So maybe you guys are dealing with dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, possibly a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, let me go ahead and clarify these. And oh, let's talk about this soul card, right? So I really like these cards. They're called Black Astrology, I think. They're called, Black Moon Astrology. So I totally just lied there. But these cards are dope because they kind of give you like a brief look into astrology mixed with, you know, tarot. So I really feel like these kind of go hand in hand. But you guys have the moon card. So I feel like for this next couple of days, this is really about asking yourself, like, what is your gut telling you? Okay, something I found out recently was that, do you know, like, anytime somebody says, like, hey, I have, like, a gut feeling, well, it's because your gut has, it's the second largest area that has nerve endings aside from your brain. So with that being said, you know, what is your gut telling you? Obviously, there's some type of mystery or hidden feelings going on here, but this is also asking you to kind of, like, protect yourself and also really hone into your intuition. Also, too, be careful of your emotions. That's also coming in heavily. Now, also too, especially with the moon card, remember, like, the moon is all about emotions and unconsciousness, but sometimes things are not necessarily as they seem. So if you've lost direction or you don't have all the information you need, be careful with moving forward, okay? It's kind of difficult to, like, move through the fog if you can't see where you're going, right? And that's something that's kind of dope. Also too, your emotions are going to be super high, and excuse me, you possibly can be having like a lot of different dreams of, you know, what's going on. Now, this can also be associated with a water sign. So maybe you guys are thinking about a water sign, or you guys have somebody, or you have a lot of water in your chart. Either way, the moon card is actually associated with the High Priestess. So think of what the High Priestess means and kind of associate that to yourself, okay? Why is the King of Cups here for Aries? 8th, 9th. Okay, with the Six of Swords. I feel like you guys are definitely having a level of communication here. Okay, I feel like there's open communication about where you guys go, but there's also a truth that's being revealed here with this Six of Swords, and it's something that's being acknowledged. It's something that's being expressed. It's also about bringing up something from the past that you and this person may have shared at one time, or this could possibly be a person from your past, but it's about expressing that to this person in order to have forward movement. Where does Aries want this forward movement to go? Okay, where do you want it to go? Towards the King of Cups. So obviously, Aries, you are dealing with somebody who does have water, you know, in their chart. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You want to have this open line of communication that is in a loving way in order to have this forward movement with this king. Now, be careful, because what you're saying may come off a bit aggressive or harsh, or it could be also that you are in a position where you feel the need to defend yourself and to, you know, assert yourself in a way that's more analytical and critical versus in a loving manner. So because this person is a water sign, or does have water in their chart, you have to be careful with how you phrase things because they are very sensitive, and there is definitely something that's being hidden from you. And Six of Wands. So also too, I do want to note that with the sixes here, it's like if you and this person were going through anything, you know, maybe this is a job, maybe this is friends, maybe this is, you know, pertaining to love, but whatever you're going through with somebody, maybe possibly a Leo or somebody that has fire also, well, it could be you guys, right? You guys are now having conversations of where do you go from here? How do you have this forward movement with this person that, you know, you've been waiting, you know, you've subconsciously, I feel like, have been manifesting, okay? Now, oddly enough, again, it's interesting how this person is viewing you is you have the Ace of Swords with the Queen of Cups, so obviously you're coming up as their better half. The reason I say that is, you know, if you're an Aries, right, then your partner, even if they're not a fire sign, would come up as a King of Wands, right? Because that's an equal balance. So here, if they are King of Cups, they're viewing you as somebody who's very clear with their intentions, but in an emotional way. So you're coming up as their Queen of Cups. Okay, now how you feel on the inside, I still feel like there's something here where you still have a little bit of instability here and you're trying to do the right thing, but you still feel left out for whatever reason. Like you're still left out of being completely in, but there is talks of communication with having that forward movement. Okay, so Aries, hopefully that made sense. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo. All right, Leo, what's going on? So the 8th and the 9th, what's going on with Leo, 8th and the 9th? Okay, you guys have the earth element of stability. This is beautiful. All right, what's going on with Leo, the 8th and the 9th? Okay, obviously there's some type of decision to be made, probably with a Aries or somebody that has Aries in their chart. And also you guys have a little bit of a stall or a little bit of a waiting period, okay? It's weird. It's like how people are viewing the fire signs is very strong, but how you guys are feeling on the inside is not strong. So you guys are holding back quite a bit. So I do think that that's pretty interesting myself. Okay, so for you guys have the earth element, which is stability. So this is pretty much just telling you that, you know, you really need to draw on the fact that you need to stay firm and strong, you know, as if you're like a rooted tree, right? Like nothing can knock you down. And this represents, maybe you guys are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But remember, when it comes to earth signs, they're all about being centered, okay? And understand that when you're manifesting, right, it's about what's real and what's not imagined, right? This comes with like practicality. It's not like, oh, well, I really think I could build a rainbow myself. No, it's like, well, how the hell are you going to build the rainbow? You need the water, you need the sun, you need, you know, like adding all those elements together. It's not just a dream, but it's actually physically putting work into it. Also too, this card is also about finding the meaning of like the physical world, right? Maybe you guys need to go outside, you know, like get some air. Don't be stubborn. Sometimes this card comes up if we're being a little bit too like uptight or, you know, not as sensible or too sensible. But this card is associated with the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a level of stability and accepting responsibility, kind of organizing things and becoming one with nature. All right, so that's kind of interesting with that. All right, why are you showing me this Two of Wands for Leo? Page of Wands. Okay, so you guys are definitely making a decision on something and moving forward, possibly with another fire sign. Maybe you guys are in the process of, you know, really trying to start something new, maybe moving possibly, or looking, maybe going on vacation. But I feel like lately you guys have been a little bit down, especially with that Angel de la Nuit card. It's like you guys are trying to get out of this funk, but you feel a little bit stuck. And maybe it is like a sense of, you know, possibly money issues right now. So if you guys are juggling jobs or you guys have more than one job, I feel like you're kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul at times, you know what I mean? Where it's like you're living paycheck to paycheck for the next couple of weeks. It is kind of this mundane of, you know, choices and processes. I feel like I don't necessarily feel like this is a love thing for you guys right now, Leo, but I do feel like it's about going through the motions. But I think going through the motions for you guys is creating this stability, but it's also making you a little bit sad at the same time, where you kind of do want to branch out and do your own thing. Now with this Page of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So something is definitely growing. There's something in the process. You've put a lot of time and energy, maybe into a Capricorn, you know, Taurus or Virgo, but there's something here. Something is taking more time. What's coming from the Seven of Pentacles? The Three of Wands. Okay, so there's some type of money possibly that you're waiting for, or, you know, money is going to be taken, but it's a wait, like it's a waiting period for you. It's like you're waiting for this to come in. And it's funny because then we have the Ace of Cups. So with this waiting period definitely comes something good. It comes something from love, but it is a period of waiting, which is why I feel like you have that stability. It's not that quick fire energy. Okay. So then you guys have the Six of Wands with the Ten of Cups. So I feel like for you guys are moving forward either by yourself or with a partner. And again, if you're by yourself, like let's say like you cut things off with somebody, like you're happier at this point. It's like you realize like the only person that can really make you happy is you. And if you're not in a happy place and if you're not in a good place, there's no way for you to expand with somebody else. This can also be that people are viewing you too as just, you know, very successful, and it's good to see you. If you haven't gone outside or if you haven't been in the light for a long time, it's like finally people are able to see you again, and for whatever reason that's recharging not only to them but to you also. Now, in the inside, you guys have the Four of Cups with the Two of Cups. So obviously, like there's a level of pouting here. Maybe it has to do with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it's like pertaining to, you know, love and romance. But I also feel like it's the duality of what comes with, you know, a relationship. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. It's that process of consideration. It's that direction. It's that, you know, being balanced, which I think that you're doing very, very well here. It's just not as like fiery and feisty and on the go like you like. Okay, Leo? So just want to say that's just for the next couple of days though. So, you know, energy changes. Hopefully, like some people change their underwear if you wear them. or hopefully those that do wear them are changing their chonies, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with Sag. What's going on with Sag, the 8th and the 9th. What's going on with Sag? Okay, lunar eclipse change. Ooh, that's kind of dope. I haven't seen that one before. What's going on with Sag, the 8th and the 9th? What's going on with Sag, the 8th and the 9th? Okay. Obviously, there is quite a bit of change going on here, and I don't think that you're necessarily liking the change. Or maybe it's not at your pace, okay? So this is how I get, like possibly dealing with a Cancer or a Gemini, maybe any of the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, possibly a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But what's interesting about this whole like lunar eclipse is this. So anytime we have a lunar eclipse, right, it usually takes place when the earth is directly aligned between the sun and the moon, okay? And it usually blocks the sun's light, okay? Which may, like, sometimes it, like a little bit shadowy or disoriented or in disorder. Now, when this is coming up, there's something big changing for you guys right now. Super, super big. And it's probably something very unexpected for you. So just understand that whatever's coming this next couple of days, it's something you're not expecting. And it might seem hard, but it's also going to require a lot of work on your end, okay? Also, too, don't be alarmed because this is something that's very life-altering, but it's also getting you where you need to be, okay? So that makes sense to me, especially with these cards. It's like something fucked up happens, right? And it puts you in this state, but just understand that there's a reason that all this is happening. And, you know, it could be an ending or a beginning of a transformative relationship. It could be a change in your job. I mean, it could be like a multitude of things, but just understand that like this card is associated with the Five of Cups. So it's kind of funny that the Five of Cups is right here, but just understand it's an inevitable change. It's bringing in something new and it's creating a memory, but it's also dissolving something that doesn't need to be in your life anymore. So I do think that that is a little bit of a heavy energy, especially for you guys, but it's also one that's needed, okay? Why? Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Something's just not working out for you guys. Now, whether this is with work, maybe you find something, maybe a new opportunity arises and it's like, hey, you know, do you want to stay stuck in this situation? Possibly with a Virgo, you know, or do you want to go ahead and take this Ace of Wands and run with it? You guys have a different, you know, a bunch of different options, but I feel like you guys are stuck because you're, you know, you're trying to do the right thing, especially when this Judgment comes down. Okay, especially when that comes down, because for you, it's like, if I do the right thing now, like let's say it's with a job that you want to quit. If I do the right thing now, then only good things will come. However, if I just say fuck it and up and leave, then what's going to happen? Energy of Judgment. Whoa. The energy of Judgment is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is you transforming. This is you not necessarily taking the easy way out, but also understanding that everything is happening at its own pace and you are accepting that. Okay, what are they overthinking here with this Nine of Swords? What's being overthought here for Sagittarius? Okay, Page of Cups. Okay, maybe there's a surprise. Maybe, you know, there's somebody that you really, really care about, possibly a water sign. Whoa. Something maybe even having to deal with a Pisces, but you're very hung up on something, like you're very in your head. Why is Sag so in their head about it? Queen of Cups and the Eight of Cups. I feel like you guys are, let's see, how does Sag feel about the Eight of Cups? Four of Pentacles, okay. I feel like you're being very stubborn right now. Like, I feel like there's a level of stubbornness, you know what I mean, with not wanting to relinquish control, but allowing, you know, there to be some type of movement. But it's very like right and wrong type of energy. It's very Capricornish, as I should say, you know, structured, discipline. Like you're trying to be very disciplined and not necessarily just up and leave to this Queen of Cups or up and leave and be this Queen of Cups. Okay, now how people are seeing you is highly balanced. They also feel like you're in a position right now where love and romance is very, very important to you, especially with Justice. That's your 7th house of partnerships. So you have to think about it like this. It's like being balanced, but making the right choices because, you know, karma's going to come down if you don't. You have Justice and Judgment here. So there's definitely something that's going on. Now, time is ticking, I feel like. Like, it's only a matter of time. I don't know why, but I feel like you guys are going to probably move because you guys have a lot of movement here, especially with the lunar eclipse, the Six of Swords, you know, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Like, there's a lot of movement here, and I feel like time is ticking. Like, I feel like the longer you guys wait to do it, the worse it's going to be. So I do feel like there's going to be a level of communication with where you go from here. All right, Sag, so hopefully that made sense. All right. Let's go ahead and do water. So what's Earth at? 1858. All right. All right, so what's going on with Cancer? The 8th and the 9th. Cancer, the 8th and the 9th. And Cancer, the 8th and the 9th. Okay, solar eclipse revolution. So this is interesting. So Sag had the, what? The lunar eclipse. You guys now have the solar eclipse. This is gonna be interesting. What's the energy for the 8th and the 9th for Cancer? Okay, 10 of Cups. Yes. What else is going on for Cancer? with the High Priestess. There you are, Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, possibly over here. Cancer, obviously you guys are feeling good for whatever the hell the reason is, but there is a level of feeling good here, especially with this card. Like, this card is definitely all about change, right? And also too, much like the lunar eclipse, this is also about major transformations and understanding exactly why they happen and how they happen. Especially since the eclipses look so dramatic. It's like a lot of people, I think, originally probably feared them. But, you know, anytime a solar eclipse happens during a new moon, which we recently just had a new moon, or it usually happens during a new moon, right? Where the sun and the moon are perfectly aligned for a brief time, and the moon, you know, blocks out the sun, okay? Now, if things in your life for whatever reason may seem negative at first, like a divorce, an end of a relationship, being forced to move, losing a job, anything like this, just understand that it has to happen, but it's also permanently changing things, okay? So it's rearranging your life to align you to where you're supposed to be. Also too, there's just a lot of rapid change going on, and there's a lot of rises, you know, a sudden rise and sudden change, and, you know, big major adjustments, definitely to family and work. This card is associated with the Two of Wands, so, you know, change. There possibly could be some type of breakup or some type of dissolution, you know, whether it's with your job or whether it's with marriage or anything like that. And this can be accounted to any of the fire signs, okay? All right, why is the Ten of Cups here for Cancer? Ten of Cups is with the Tower, all right? So there's definitely something happening. What's the energy of the Tower? The Two of Pentacles, okay? So Cancer, if you've been going back and forth on a situation, you need to pick whatever way you want to go, because at the end of the day, that tower's coming down, and you either want to be inside of it or away from it, however it falls. But I do think that this is definitely pertaining to love or pertaining to a past love with that Ace of Cups. There's something here that's happening suddenly that, much like, I guess, I don't remember who had the Eight of Cups, Sag, I think, but much like Sag had, it's asking you to walk away, and I think that they had the Ace of Cups as well, and to walk away towards something new and let the old stay where it may, okay? What's being hidden here with the High Priestess for Cancer? The Strength card, okay? Maybe you guys are dealing with a Taurus, Cancer, or Pisces, possibly a Leo. Why are you showing me this? I feel like this is them telling you to trust your intuition, honestly. Here you go. Here's this King of Cups. Here's your boo. With the Hermit, I feel like this is saying this. Like, you guys are definitely being given very specific messages right now, Cancer. And I feel like even though maybe somebody is being very quiet right now, like let's say you're talking to somebody and they're not, possibly this King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and they're not being as vocal to you for whatever reason, just understand that this is not what they want. They're just really focused on, you know, what they need to do in order to make that necessary movement towards you. Now, I do feel like, though, relationships are weighing very, very heavy on you, especially with the twos here, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You know, there's a choice to make. So if you're dealing with more than one person, or you need to cut one out, it's like you're being very like solemn about it. Like, you know, you need to make a decision, but you're having a really, really, really hard time. Also too, you know, I feel like there is a level of stalling. It's like you're really trying to figure it out before you communicate with what you want. Knight of Swords is here, probably a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. You have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. Like I said, there may be more than one suitor here for you guys, possibly a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But, you know, there's a level here where it's like you have to make a decision on either continuing with a stalled energy or, you know, moving forward with somebody that fits you better, okay? So Cancer, that is for the 8th and the 9th. let's go ahead and look at Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? April 8th and April 9th. Pisces, April 8th and April 9th. Pisces, April 8th and April 9th. Pisces is like, nope. Okay, 6th house, routine. Kind of interesting. What's going on with Pisces, the 8th and the 9th? Whoa. Okay, so you guys have the Hermit and also the 3 of Wands. Okay, so Pisces. You guys may be dealing with a Cancer because, you know, Cancer had this also. I feel like this, guys. I feel like there's a level of waiting here, and I feel like you're really trying to understand the exact dynamics of whatever is going on. So whether this is you waiting for a job, whether this is you going, you know, internal and really trying to figure out, you know, what way you want to go. But there's definitely something here, Pisces, where I feel like you're more quiet. But also too, especially with this card of, you know, your 6th house, this is all about asking you to change how you usually look at things. And it's funny because this card is actually ruled by the mutable sign of Virgo, and the planet is actually Mercury. So here we have Virgo right here, right? Virgo's all about routines, right, of the everyday life. It's not very dazzling. It's not very fun. It's just the ordinary, okay? It's also ruled by the body, which is differently from the 1st house. So specifically, this has to do with your health and also your digestive tract, which is also kind of interesting. But the 6th house is all about duty and responsibility and gainful employment. It shows how hard you work and how organized you are. So I just feel like with this card, it's telling you to take your state of health like into consideration. If there's something that's a little wonky right now, Pisces, like go get it checked out, please. Also to pay attention to the small particulars rather than like the larger, you know, picture right now. So it's like, it's important to analyze it, but then also at like a bigger spectrum, or not necessarily at like a larger spectrum. Like, let's say like you're studying the rainforest, right? And you're looking at the tops of the rainforest instead of looking at the individual trees or the animals that are in, you know, inside of the rainforest. This card also is pertaining to the 7 of Pentacles. So, you know, healing thoughts, you know, a lot of orderliness, I should say. All right, which I do feel like you guys have here. Why is this Hermit here for Pisces? For the 8th and the 9th. With the Knight of Cups, okay? So maybe this is you guys. Why are they being quiet? Why is there a level of... With the High Priestess. Okay, so there's definitely something that's being hidden here, Pisces. Either you're hiding something from a Taurus, Cancer, possibly a Scorpio, or another Pisces. There's something that's being hidden. What are they? The 7 of Cups reverse. Okay, so what's being hidden here? The fact that I feel like you guys have already made up your mind on something. What's been made up? Whoa. The 2 of Cups. Okay, so for you guys taking this time period for this next couple of days, now depending on if this is a cross watcher watching, this can go either way, but with the 7 of Cups reversed with what you're hiding, you've already made up your choice. What you've made up your choice on is this 2 of Cups. Gemini, Cancer, or Pisces. You've made up your decision with love, and I feel like that's why you're keeping it to yourself right now, because you know that you're the Knight of Cups, and you know you can offer this, but you also know that there is some level of like a waiting period here, okay? Why? Knight of Swords or King of Swords, you guys can possibly be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, so what's the King of Swords focused on? The Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's definitely some type of waiting period. Like you're either waiting to hear something, you're waiting for this King of Swords to, you know, make some type of notion towards you, or you're heavily fixated on how to express yourself in the right way, but it's also waiting. There's a large waiting period here. With the 7 of Wands reverse, it's like you're no longer fighting it. I feel like you're more so going to go with the flow versus sitting there and just trying to like fight that shit off. Now, Pisces, here's what's dope. So you have the Three of Cups with the Ace of Cups. So either this is a third party situation that you're exploring, but I feel like you go from 3 to 1. So if there is multiple people that you're talking to, I do think that you figure out exactly who you want, especially here with this Hermit card and the Seven of Cups being reversed. So this is something that feels good for you, because I feel like by doing that, you definitely feel more balanced. And then inside, you know, you've been heavily fixated on physically having these actions. This Ace of Wands is looking, and this is Gemini too, Gemini and Mercury or Mars. So it's being very much in your head, but also being hard on yourself about having this new movement towards this Ace of Cups. You know, you really trying to figure out what's the best way to approach it and what's the best way to tackle it. Okay, Pisces, so hopefully that makes sense. Now let's go ahead and get on to Scorpio. All right. What's going on with Scorpio, the 8th and the 9th? Scorpio, the 8th and the 9th. Okay, Scorpio, you guys have the 8th house, endings and beginnings. How fucking perfect for you guys. Yo, I love these cards. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love these cards. All right. What's going on? Whoa, hey, come here, little guy. What's going on with Scorpio, the 8th and the 9th of April? Scorpio, 8th and the 9th of April. Whoa. Okay. So you guys have the 8 of Pentacles. Clearly, you guys are really trying to work hard on something. Very Virgo energy. You guys possibly dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. However, there is a level of pouting here. 5 of Cups is definitely your energy, and this is Sagittarius energy. So I feel like you guys are trying to, you know, there's definitely something that's ending here for sure with that bad boy, right? Now, what I'm curious about is, you know, with your, is this your 8th house? Let me see, hold on a second. Let me really look at this card and figure out what exactly I want to say to you. All right, so with your 8th house of endings and beginnings, it's all about where like something goes completely like dark and then becomes mysterious, right? It's almost like that long darkness before the light comes in, but it's like a brand new type of energy, okay? Now, traditionally, your 8th house is all about sex and death and psychic powers, control, material things, you know, money, possible inheritance, but it's things that, you know, you'll end up owing, or at least partially, you know, owing, okay? Also too, this is a great period. This time you're going through a lot of transformation. And you may be questioning like, holy shit, what is going on here? But just, and you know, really evaluating like your life choices, but just understand that things need to be built up differently. And in order to forge ahead, like you have to do things by taking care of what you've already done. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? Also too, psychic abilities right now are extremely high with you. So that's something to kind of like keep in mind. This is also about the 9 of Swords type of energy. You know, something can be passing away. There's some type of danger, you know, some type of, you know, transformation or afterlife or something being born. But just understand that there is definitely some type of ending here for you guys, and also something new that's beginning. Okay. What is Scorpio working so hard on right now? Okay. Making a decision. Hello, Emperor, possibly an Aries or a Taurus. Why? What's the decision? You guys are working really hard with trying to, and then here's the 9 of Swords. So it's funny, 9 of Swords, this is the card it's associated with, and then here it is right here. I feel like, honestly, you guys are really trying to do the right thing and perfect things as you need to. You're also trying to make a decision that's best for everybody and what's best for your family, but maybe that decision isn't necessarily what's best for you, Scorpio. How does Scorpio feel about it? Yeah, 4 of Swords, possibly dealing with a Libra. or a, hate to say it, but a Leo. Here's the Sun card. It's like you're really thinking about expansion and what that looks like with this person and how, you know, you have that forward movement. Okay. I also think that something's, you know, very, very, very heavy on your mind. And I do think that it is pertaining to money. Maybe you're worried, you know, maybe you're not working right now. So it's like, how do you make things go without money? You know, there's something definitely around this about making sure that everything is in place where it needs to be. But then also, you know, there is a level of fixation and being in your head about it. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Okay, with the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, if you and this Queen of Wands have, you know, had some type of interaction, possibly an Aquarius, where things were said, it's like all that's kind of coming back now. Like that's all ending. Like you guys are no longer in that period where you're both hurting one another. It's like you guys are in a period where, you know, you have time to think, right? And really focus, possibly with a Pisces, with how, you know, how you want this to go with this person. You know, because I think for you guys do want this Ten of Pentacles, maybe a Virgo, but there's a conversation about that movement, about what your home looks like, about what your life looks like. What happens if you know, have kids? What does that look like? Forward movement, understanding that the past is here for a reason. Here you are, Scorpio, Six of Cups, that's Sun in Scorpio. So it's understanding that the past always plays a part in it, but understanding that it's time to move towards something that you know is going to happen regardless, right? Even if it's something that you necessarily didn't want that maybe caused a level of conflict, I feel like for you guys, you understand that it's like a blessing. And it's at first, it may not look like a good idea, but it's a blessing in disguise, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. And it has something to do with expansion. And it has something to do with, you know, elevating you to that next level that I don't think that you're expecting. Okay, so Scorpio, that is for you guys. So water ends, it's, what is it, 36:56. All right. Now let's go ahead and hop into air. What's going on with Aquarius? What's going on with Aquarius, April 8th and 9th? Okay, water element, sensing, okay. What's going on with Aquarius? 8th, whoa. Aquarius is like, we got a lot to say. Page of Wands, possibly dealing with a Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay, definitely a lot of passion. Some where you may feel a little bit stalled or you feel like you have to fight for something. Aquarius, which I feel like you guys never really have a hard time needing to fight for something that you're deserved or you want. Like I feel like sometimes like Aquarius is always here for like a good fight, which, you know, I'm here for. Okay, so this card is really about letting matters flow. Okay, it's also about, you know, we get a little bit carried away, right? That we have feelings that are being floated, right? Or drifted away. And it's kind of telling you to kind of like rein that back in, right? You guys definitely can be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You know, this card is associated with the Moon, Pluto, or Neptune, which, you know, those are the water signs. But just understand that you can trust what you feel and just understand that whatever is meant to happen is going to happen right now. So it's really, really good for you guys just to go with the flow, right? It also is letting you know too that it may be necessary, like, you know, you guys are, if you guys are feeling like you're always having to fight for something, let it go for a period of time. Like you have to at some point withdraw and kind of have that fight for another day in order to kind of regain your strength or your resources back. You could be feeling like highly emotional and extremely sensitive right now. So this card is associated with the Ace of Cups, and here's the Ace of Cups over here. But just understand, like, maybe you guys, you know, especially with this Page of Wands, possibly taking a trip across water, You guys may have a little bit of a lack of energy, and also, you know, a sense of knowing things before they're actually told to you. But just be careful with your emotions right now because they're running very, very high, okay? Why is the Page of Wands here for Aquarius? Okay, Page of Wands is associated with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so if you guys are currently out, maybe you guys are finding a house, or there's something that's happened with work that's been, you know, very, very promising, but it's like you guys we're very passionate about something, and now everything is kind of coming full circle to you, right? So there's some type of news, I feel like, that's been a long time waiting, possibly from a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, and now you're finally having that information come in, and it's good news because you guys have that Ten of Pentacles, right? Why is the Seven of Wands here for Aquarius with the Magician, possibly dealing with a Virgo? You guys have a lot of Virgo, Gemini, or Aries. So it's funny. It's like, you know, understanding that you have to be aggressive and go after what you want, right? Especially with the Magician here. It's like if you want it, you have the tools, you have to do it. But it's doing it in a manner that isn't necessarily as aggressive as it may seem, right? Like Gemini, they don't have a lot of physical actions. It's a lot of mental, right? Same thing with Virgo. It's a lot of mental actions, but also the mental actions that turn into this Ten of Pentacles. So be very careful with what you're shifting your energy to, because that's key right now. Now, you guys are feeling really, really good. Like I said, there's some type of money that came in for you guys. You guys are either traveling, like there's something going on here where you feel very, very well balanced, or you're portraying that you're well balanced, possibly with the Sagittarius. And it's like, you know, you understand that at this point, it's not good to always fight, but kind of take the middle road. I do feel like when it comes to love, you know, you need to cut something out and walk away, but I do feel like you're having a really, really, really hard time with that for whatever reason, Aquarius, and I think that it's giving you a level of confusion, but it's something that needs to be done, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get into Gemini. All right, what's going on with Gemini? 8th and the 9th for Gemini, 8th and the 9th. Okay, so part of fortune, increase. Yes, Gemini, it's about goddamn time, let me tell you, especially for us. All right, what's going on with Gemini? 8th and the 9th of April. Okay, Gemini. God damn it, Gemini. All right, so 3 of Cups twice. Clearly we're dealing with a third party situation, or there is a third party. Like, I don't know how much we can scream this, right? Gemini, if you're dealing with more than one person, I feel like, you know, now may be a good time to, you know, make a choice, make a decision. With, you know, what direction you want to go. But I do feel like for whatever reason, you're highly emotional about this decision. This decision means a lot to you. Now, with this card, it's kind of interesting, right? So this is actually associated with Jupiter, I think. And this card actually brings forth a lot of luck, lots of several, like, fortunes. It's weird, it's kind of crazy, but what's interesting about this is that it's actually based on like mathematical things, which I feel like, you know, mathematical calculations between 2 points, which, you know, I definitely feel like we can relate to, right? Definitely. Okay, so you guys are like, what the hell is she saying? Okay, so back on what I'm trying to tell you guys is that there's definitely some type of gift here coming. And I don't think that you're expecting it. I also feel that, you know, there's some type of benefit that will suddenly be placed like in our path or be shared with us. And honestly, like whatever's gonna happen, it's meant to happen, okay? It's also asking us, I feel like, to take the high road and understand that if you guys are in a relationship right now and you're curious, like, hey, is it the right one for me? Just understand that this situation is definitely a fated one for both of you guys, and it's to help fulfill each other's calling. So destiny is definitely involved here. So together, you know, you're called to achieve, you and this person, a higher level, and also challenges, even though, you know, you guys are gonna have challenges, but you're gonna be able to get through it with love. Okay. Also too, you may feel the need to fly right now, right? Because you feel so fortunate. This is associated with the 10 of Pentacles. So destiny, fate, karmatic triggers, you know, fortune, and also lots and lots and lots of luck, possibly with the Sagittarius, since the Wheel of Fortune is associated with them. Sorry, I needed to drink of my coffee. That's pretty dope. Shit, I'm here for having something good go my way. All right, why are you showing me this 3 of Cups here for Gemini? With the Queen of Cups, okay? Or maybe Gemini, you are one in a third party situation, even though maybe you don't even know about it. Because I asked how you'd feel about the situation, and it's a World card, so it's definitely something that's changing. It's a sudden change. You know it has to change, right? You know that it's a level of structure that needs to come back in your life. What's a lesson that needs to be learned here with the World card? The 5 of Cups. Okay, one more. What's a lesson that needs to be learned here with the World card? The 10 of Wands. Okay, so I also feel like this is about telling you, like, it's really important to keep our head straight. Let me tell you why. Because moments that we sit here and we whine and bitch about it, we think about all the conflicts we have, how, you know, nothing is going correct, and it's very aggressive or aggression towards what we don't have or what we're not having. And also, I feel like with the 10 of Wands here, it's telling us that we have to leave that behind in order to have that forward movement. Because once we leave that behind, what we do realize is it's the 4 of Wands, okay? So if we add this in it, right, together, what's happening here is there's definitely something that's ending and there's something that's beginning. Now, if this was a past relationship, you know, and you thought that things were not going to come to fruition, they are. However, it happened after you let it go. Now you're going back to a place where you are more, you know, stable, and you do have that foundation. Possibly dealing with a Sagittarius, any of the fixed signs or signs, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, or Aquarius, any of the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? Why are you showing me the 3 of Cups twice? The Queen of Wands, okay? Maybe you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo or Aries. Why are you showing me the 3 of Cups? With the 3 of Cups. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups 3 times. So there's some type of relationship that's growing here, but it's also like, could be a growth of an idea or team building. Maybe you guys are getting pregnant, so now you're adding another person. But there's definitely something here. Maybe you're the third party. How did Gemini feel about this? No, you feel good, Chariot. You feel like it's forward movement. I do think that you have to make a decision. And I feel like, you know, right now you're being viewed as highly attractive. Because I know I say this and I know the other signs are going to get pissed, but I really don't care. I feel like the Queen of Wands is the prettiest in the entire deck. Like, I feel like she's the one, or out of all the queens, like she's the bad bitch, right? Like, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She just like walks out and everybody's looking at her, and she just radiates, you know, attention and that type of thing. And I feel like for you right now, people are highly, highly driven towards you because you just look extremely lucky. I guess that's the best way, you know, to put it. Where's this Chariot going for Gemini? One more time. Where's the Chariot going for Gemini? Okay. To strength. Okay, so maybe this is you guys, you know, dealing with a Leo. I feel like you guys are having, you know, your wishes come true right now, but the problem is, like, let's say like you had somebody and then they left, now they're coming back, and now you have like, now you're over here in the Four of Cups because, you know, what you wanted them to come back, but now they're coming back in a place where you're already with somebody else. So I feel like part of you, you know, is the one that's completely in control here with where you go, but I feel like, you know, you're kind of being a little bit sneaky in a sense, Gemini, especially with that Five of Swords. That's Aquarius and Venus, or Venus and Aquarius. You know, it's like you have to cut one out, but you don't know who to cut. That's what I get big time. All right, Gem. So hopefully this made sense for the Geminis that need to hear it, or if you have a Gemini moon or Gemini ascending or Venus. Sometimes it's not just the sun signs, I guess. All right, what's going on with Libra, 8th and the 9th? Libra, 8th and the 9th. Okay, you guys have your 5th house of faith, or 9th house of faith. I'm sorry. What's going on with Libra, 8th and the 9th? Libra, 8th and the 9th. Okay, the Star card, possibly dealing with an Aquarius or a Scorpio or a Capricorn. There's definitely something big happening here for you guys, Libra. Possibly has to do with, you know, karma or fate or destiny, whatever, you know, however you want to call it. It's something that's supposed to happen. And it's funny, I feel like it's calling you to have faith. Also too, I think that there's probably, if you guys are dealing with a Libra or you are a Libra, I feel like there's been a lot of obstacles for you guys. And interesting enough, the 9th house is actually ruled by Sagittarius, so the planet is Jupiter, you know, of openness and luck and expansion. You know, this is all about having a level of, you know, philosophy and travel, and understand that there's something that's going on here that's destined by fate and karma. This is all going to come into place. So that's why I think it's very interesting here that you guys only have the major arcana, which makes complete sense to me, because it's something that you can't change, because this is something that's definitely fated, that's going on for these next couple of days. You possibly can have a quick like disconnect from friends or family right now. Just understand that, you know, if you are dealing with somebody, Libra, and they feel a little bit disconnected from you, don't take it serious, but just understand that, you know, they need some time to, you know, figure out their own freedom, I feel like, and understand their own path before they can come back to you. Okay, there is a level of waiting here, especially with this. This card is associated with the Three of Wands. So definitely a waiting period, possibly long distance travel, you know, but just honestly, this is really about you guys, I feel like, understanding that everything is happening for a reason. Okay, why is the Star card here? Because of the sun. Okay, so you guys possibly are dealing with a Leo. All right, why are you showing me these together? The Libra, the Six of Wands. I feel like Libra, I feel like you're really scared to lose your sun, which is this person here. I feel like you guys are scared that this person at any point can get up and leave you behind. This is a very single card, you know, or it can be marriage, but I feel like because it's associated with the Six of Wands, it's like your person that you're very into, like you're hoping that, you know, they continue to, you know, rise and fall and rise every single time without having any type of interruption. But also too, I feel like there's a level where you're worried about them kind of upping and leaving you. And maybe going to something that's much more stable. For whatever reason, I feel like there's a level of instability here for you right now, and I think that that's what's making you a little bit nervous. Why is the Devil here for Libra? Three of Cups. Possibly got somebody pregnant, or you're dealing with a third party situation that's coming out, okay? Because you do have this Ace of Swords here, what's being expressed. Being expressed here with this Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles, something that you've been waiting. Maybe you're expressing to people like, hey, what you're going through, hey, what's happening. But there is a level here where I feel like there's a little bit of a narcissistic energy, and also one where it's like, you know, you've been hiding this for a very long time, Libra, and now things are finally starting to come out. So whether or not it's a third party situation, possibly with a Cancer or a Virgo or a Taurus, I feel like that's now coming out to the surface. Like you no longer can hide it, because there's a lot of light that's being shed on exactly what's going on here. Now, I feel like, you know, you guys are going to be more loving and caring and nurturing than usual. However, you want that forward movement. It's like you want to release whatever is going on inside in order to release that tension, right? And then be able to kind of rebuild on top of it. So maybe this person is finding out about a third party situation, or you're finding out about a third party situation, depending on if you're cross watching or not. But there's something that's definitely being expressed here, and that's gonna force, you know, things to work its way out how it's supposed to, especially with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, it's like, you know, you feeling stabbed in the back, you being extremely upset, you know, about how things are communicated. It's like having that level of structure that's very like unpredictable, but then also trying to work it out so that it makes sense logically. Okay, possibly with a Virgo. All right, so Libra, that is for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into the earth signs. Then I think I'm good. All right, what's going on with Capricorn? What's going on with Capricorn? What's going on with Capricorn? Okay, Libra, balance. Possibly you guys are dealing with a Libra. Okay, what's going on with Capricorn? Okay, maybe a Sagittarius or a Scorpio, Aquarius, or any of the earth signs. So with Libra, I balance. This is kind of interesting. At least I like this card. You know, this card is definitely about the Two of Pentacles. It's about having choices, right? You know, coming to some type of decision, a partnership. You know, this card definitely represents marriage or engagement. It's also about relationships moving up to like a different level or a more serious one. You know, having feelings that are more mature versus, you know, less mature, a level of happiness, right? It's like this card is also about courts and about law and fairness and those type of things. But it's also asking you to, you know, have a level of balance, and whatever you're doing, it has to be fair right now. If it's not, you guys are going to come and get struck the hell down, I feel like. Okay, but I do feel like there's something very good going on here that you guys have waited for a long period of time. Why is this here, Capricorn? Okay, Four of Pentacles. I feel like you guys have been stubborn about something, because this is a Capricorn sun. You guys have been kind of like sitting on something, you know, really trying to like stamp your feet in, saying, no, I'm right, this is what it is. If you don't like it, then, you know, fuck off. Right? Especially with justice here. It's like, no, this is fair. Like, I have to, because this is fair. You guys are standing in your truth. Possibly a Libra. It's energy of justice. Eight of Pentacles. It's like, you know, for you guys, Capricorn, I feel like you guys have worked hard for a period of time. So now it's like this waiting period you're okay with, because you've already gone through all the other fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like, you've already gone through the worst. So right now, if you have to be balanced and you have to kind of like take a step back in order for things to readjust, or what is it called? God, I can't even think right now. But either way, it's like you guys are okay with that at this point, which is nice, okay? I do think that you guys possibly could be going out with a Leo, or, you know, having a lot of time with your kids. There's 2 6s here, so there's definitely a relief from some type of turbulence that you guys have gone through. Maybe you guys are going out with friends, or, you know, this is definitely a return to stability, right? You're coming from a 5 to a 6 with the two 6s here. And it's about growth and expansion. So that's why I think, you know, you guys are making a choice, or something's being presented to you today where it's like, hey, you know, well, fuck it, let's get married, let's do this, let's just run to the courthouse to do it. It's something very, you know, quick that's catching you off guard, but it's also something that you're really gonna enjoy. You know, there's that Ace of Cups. It's something that you truly, truly, truly want. It's taking a relationship, whether that is a friendship, whether that is a relationship with your kids, whether that's a relationship with your partner, to that next level. It's a new level of understanding, okay? So I think how people are perceiving you right now is a little bit like feisty, a little bit like, I don't want to say on edge, but it's like you're a little bit snippy. And maybe your words are coming off incorrectly, but it's really just because, you know, you have this 2 of Pentacles here. It's like you're really trying to juggle everything all right now in order to have this large growth. And I feel like it's starting to weigh down on you. It's starting to be a lot, because I think for you, it's something that's been coming for a long time, right? With the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries, it's like something that's been manifested for a very long time. And you're just waiting for everything to kind of come full circle. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and do Taurus. What's going on for Taurus, the 8th and the 9th? Taurus, the 8th and the 9th. Okay, you guys also have the water element too. So Taurus, much like Aquarius, you guys are, you know, definitely could possibly be dealing with any of the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. The 9th for Taurus, okay? Or possibly a Gemini, because you guys also have the dueling cards as well. Very similar to Gemini. Okay, guys, so with this water element here, you know, just understand you guys are probably definitely more so in your feelings than normal. You guys are sensing a lot of things. You guys are feeling a lot of things. I feel like your intuition is high. You guys are having probably, you know, more dreams than usual, or you're remembering your dreams. Why is the 3 of Cups here for Taurus? Okay, the Queen of Swords. Like I said, maybe there's a Gemini involved here with somebody that you're involved with. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. How would Taurus feel about this? How does Taurus feel about this? 9 of Wands. I feel like you're tired of dealing with it. I'm going to be honest. I feel like you're tired of dealing with it. I feel like, you know, your water element is here because you sense that something's going on here. You sense that there's some type of third-party situation with this Queen of Swords. And I feel like for you, you're just tired. Maybe it has to do with the Sagittarius, with the, you know, this is Moon and Sag. So, you know, it's almost like trying to be balanced with how you move, but then also knowing like you've been through so much, you're ready just to say, fuck it. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like, you know, if you've been dating this person for a long time, it's almost a level of like, do I even want to continue? Like, where do we go from here? Yeah. Possibly dealing with a Pisces again, or an Aquarius, Hangman. I mean, it's being stuck in a situation that you know you shouldn't be in. And it has to do with this Queen of Swords. She's definitely here lingering for whatever reason. Why is the 3 of Cups here? Again. Possibly you guys are dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Okay, I feel like you're you're waiting for this person to make the right decision, to make the decision that makes sense for you and your family. Maybe you guys have kids, or there's definitely something here that pushes it forward. It's like a level of movement. You guys are tired of being this 9 of Wands. You just want it to be done. They need to make a choice with what they want so you can move forward, right? Now for you, it's like waiting, right? It's like this new start or this waiting period that you have is putting you in this 9 of Swords, possibly with a Gemini, like I said earlier. And it's really fucking you up. It's like consuming your thoughts, which I feel like you guys are not necessarily used to. And you look like somebody who's very withdrawn right now and not as like upbeat and ready to roll like you guys usually are. Also too, with the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, it's like saying, fuck it, here, I'm gonna give you what you need in order for you to have that forward movement, because when you do that, you then have this Five of Pentacles. So there's definitely something here that I feel like you've been sensing for a very long time, and it is a level of forward movement, but I do feel like it's on your end or an Aquarius's end where they're cutting it. They're cutting the ties, and it's forcing you into this Five of Pentacles type of energy where you feel alone, but you're no longer hung up. You know what I mean? You're no longer stuck on a situation because, you know, your intuition was right and exactly what you sensed is what it is. All right, Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? The 8th and the 9th for Virgo. 8th and the 9th for Virgo. 8th and the 9th for Virgo. Okay. You guys have Black Moon Lilith Mystery. I don't think I've seen this one. That's kind of cool. All right, what's going on for Virgo, 8th and the 9th? Woo, okay. Virgo, so Knight of Swords, possibly a Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. Then you also have this King of Cups. Maybe you guys are dealing with more than one person. This can be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I don't know what's going on with the signs, but there's a lot of third-party situationships. Like, what is this? It's a situationship. That's what the hell it is. It's very interesting. I feel like one is probably younger than you, and one is older. One is more loving. One probably stimulates you mentally, which is why, you know, you probably really like this person. But when it comes to the Black Moon Lilith, it's saying to you pretty much like, hey, you need to be careful, because whatever you're manifesting when you're angry or bitter or like revenge, like all that comes full circle, okay? So the Lilith actually represents like your soul's expansion. And it can force like aloneness or, you know, a level of individuality, which I don't think is necessarily bad for a Virgo, I'm gonna be honest. Now, how do I explain this? Anytime this card comes up, like in a reading, it's saying that something is lurking. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's like the shadow side or the darker side of the moon where the mystery or the unexplained occurrences lie. This is also about letting you know that now's not a good time to kind of give in. So be very careful with, you know, just saying, okay, fuck it, like I'll be done. It is what it is, right? And this card is actually associated with the Queen of Swords, which is kind of cool. And it has to do with like, you know, mystery, revolt, revenge, darkness, obsessions, you know, feeling rejected. But just understand that, there's something definitely, even if something feels good for you right now, Virgo, there's definitely something that's laying, you know, in the shadows that you're not seeing. So just be aware that everything hasn't exactly shown themselves to you in the manner that it's supposed to, okay? All right, why is this King of Swords or Knight of Swords here for Virgo? Knight of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords, okay? Maybe there's a level of communication about how you're gonna expand. Where do you wanna expand? Possibly with a Gemini. Maybe you guys feel a little bit hung up, possibly with a Aquarius or a Pisces. It's like you don't know what's changing. You know that something is changing and it's changing quickly and that there's gonna have a lot of expansion or growth, but you just don't know exactly how it's going. So you're kind of trying to stay more so to yourself versus trying to wrap yourself in with somebody, okay? The King of Cups is clarified by the Strength card, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so if you guys are dealing with a Capricorn, or I'm sorry, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, possibly any of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you know, I feel like this situation is going to have forward movement. It's going to move forward. And I feel like it's just asking you to be strong right now and understand that things are happening as they're supposed to. There's a level of progression here and culmination and hard work, okay? So if it's pertaining to work itself, things are on the right path. If it's pertaining to love, I feel like this King of Cups is more so moving towards this Queen of Wands. Now, you could have that in your chart, so don't get all freaked out. But I really feel like, you know, you have a level of clarity of what you want or what you need to do. Because this Knight of Pentacles down here, I really do feel like is you. It's like realizing, you know, your own power, your own strength, what you do have to offer. Because I said, what is the clarity on? And it's the Nine of Pentacles. That's Virgo right there. That's Venus in Virgo, right? It's the efficiency that you guys have is ridiculous. And it's very logical and it's very pure. And that's something that none of the other signs really have in that sense, right? Now, in the inside, I feel like, you know, you're waiting on this situation. Because I do feel like with this Three of Cups here, you know that there's something going on in the background. I just think you don't have enough information to necessarily have that forward movement with it, which is why you're not necessarily openly expressing yourself and you're caught in this Eight of Swords and this Hangman type of energy because you're thinking about it because there's something that's still hidden from you guys, okay? Maybe that comes out in the next couple of days, I don't know, but just understand that this is just the 8th and the 9th. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.